Jeez, what else is going on in the news? So,
you see this? You hear about this?
You see this? You hear about this?
I was at Half Price Books the other day,
Okay.
looking at the video game stuff that they have, and a guy just like rocketed up to the PS3 games with somebody that he was, I guess, trying to impress, and he was looking through it, going like, garbage, garbage, garbage. Oh, well, what have we here?
Oh no!
And, what do you think he was saying? What have we here to?
Was it Sonic? It was a Sonic game.
Was it Resistance, The Fall of Man?
For some reason, I thought the funniest answer would be like Madden 07 or something.
I'd say Esper is actually closest.
Yeah.
It was Lego Star Wars.
Yeah. The original? The one that covers only the prequels?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know for sure. It was some flavor of Lego Star Wars.
The first Lego Star Wars game didn't even have the good Star Wars in it. It was episodes 1 through 3.
Nice. You get those people just like that have to narrate whether anything that they've found is good because they think they're doing a video show or something.
Right.
But he found that Lego Star Wars. He was excited about it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I hope he had a great time.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? He put it back.
Reliving his childhood. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he picked it up and looked at it and then put it back.
I used to really like this game and then walked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they're in the Criterion closet.
Yes. They get to keep those. I want to go into one of those closets. Various other physical distribution folks have been inviting people into their various closet-like spaces. There was like the Severin dungeon or something like that. They were inviting people, and Severin is like way more cult weirdness type movies. And they invited director Joe Dante, the director, right?
Sounds like a name I've heard.
Into the he's a director of Piranha and other things, Gremlins, The Howling,
Small Soldiers. And
he was looking at stuff and he was pulling things out and he was talking about how great it is, and he's like, it's thanks to companies like these that you even get to see good versions of this old weird cult stuff. So thanks, Synapse. Even though he was in
Severin's.
He was in Severin's thing.
Oh boy.
And they decided to just leave it in, and someone off screen is like, Synapse, and he's like, I mean, he forgot where he was. So that's what I would do if I was in one of those closets.
Have you ever thought about hosting a Criterion closet for video games, but just in your house, in this exact room you're in?
Who would I invite if not myself?
Are there other people in the Bay Area who like video games? Do you know?
I guess there might be one or two of those. Yeah. I can see a cat's tail and a fragment of its butt in Frank's zone.
Yeah, you probably can. Setting everything up. I don't have a pickle. I have a taffy and a corn dog.
I think it's fun that Ash can never. You're always choosing different foods for Frank's cats. Just can't remember.
I know it's a food.
Taffy.
Pickle.
So she's just being a weird little gremlin over there.
Come on, Yoki.
Maybe she answered. Yeah.
Tiramisu.
I'll get her. Yeah.
Chanterelle.
All right. I would like to do a podcast.
Well, let's get Frank's cat some headphones and then we can start.
Yeah. Frank's cat needs to be on this show.
That's some sort of a meow?
Meow.
All right.
That was me, not
now
the
it's
cat.
a party.
Tortoiseshell. Lisa needs brace.
She's really not a lap cat, so this is not a thing she wants.
Not going to last long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's going to like claw your nipple and then run
she
away.
doesn't claw. She's good. She just doesn't want to be here.
Now that we've got minestrone on camera, it's time to go.
Baked ziti.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's
wait, Brandon has to see my mug first.
Okay.
Yeah, Rent a Relic. We got two of those too. They have here. Sorry, I know we're trying to start, but I was in there getting my mom a car, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you guys want the new beans?"
The new beans.
Yeah. And I'm like, "What?"
They have beans.
They do. They have coffee beans. So he just handed me their new blend, their new Rent a Relic blend. So gotta head down there.
Yeah, I gotta head down before they run out of beans. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
a
letting
good
you know.
PSA to everyone in the Rent a Relics area.
Yeah.
They got new beans. Please forgive me for my sin of making illegal copies. Please forgive me for my sin of hypocrisy. Please forgive me for my sin of arrogance. Amen. This is episode 422 of Insert Credit, where our New Year's resolution is always to keep you apprised of the most thought-provoking video game topics of the week in digestible units portioned out by a horrible buzzer. I'm Alex Jaffe, and not including comics, I'd say I read 30 books this year.
Whoa. My name's Frank Spaldi, and not including comics, I probably read 0 books this year.
Oh, congratulations.
Straight up. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate golf rules. My name is Ash Parrish, and including comics, I think maybe I read maybe 5 or 6 books. I'd have to go back and look at my Audible to be sure.
Yeah, I'm counting audiobooks as books for sure.
I would as well. Yeah.
I'm Brandon Sheffield, and not including comics, I probably read like 4, not very many. Including comics, I probably read like 100. I read a lot of manga this year.
What are
yeah,
you read
I read
this
a few
year?
books. I recommended that Rutger Hauer autobiography.
Yeah.
My mom was asking me, she was like, young people aren't reading books anymore. Not that I'm a young person, but everything's
Compared to your
relative.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, do you read any books? And I was like, did I read any books recently? And then I was like, oh yeah, I read that Rutger Hauer autobiography. And she made such a face.
Yeah.
like that doesn't count.
Why would that not count?
I don't know. Rutger Hauer an autobiography is not a real book.
My dad asked me what the best book I read this year was, and I told him probably Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. And he did the classic thing of mixing it up with H.G. Wells' Invisible Man. And he's like, oh, I love that movie. And no, it's the wrong Invisible Man. This one's about being black in America. Yeah. H.G. Wells does rule. Yeah. Good writer. Read
Hope
his
he wasn't
stuff.
a big jerk. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. Maybe he was racist. Who can tell?
He didn't put it in his books, to tell you that.
Yeah.
So that's something.
But on the other hand, he's from the past.
He is from the past.
So the likelihood is high.
Although he did write a book about a time machine, so maybe past rules don't apply to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something to consider. Here's my first question this week, if you would be so kind as to allow me to ask it. What kinds of video games do you think we'll never see again?
Never say never.
What are we done with?
What one of the toughest things is for me is firsts. Like there are a lot of firsts that we won't get. I mean that we can't get because we already have them. So like putting your controller on the ground and it rumbles in a Metal Gear Solid, that can't be new anymore. And so I don't know if people will do it. You know what I mean?
We are running dry on novelty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. We don't know what we don't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if you're talking about like, will a person make this in any circumstances, I think we'll just see everything. If you're talking about like people will play it, you can get it online, it's commercial, etc., that's when it gets more interesting. So for me, what comes to mind immediately is any pre-monitor game, like a what's the term, teletype, right? But like when computers didn't have monitors yet, and they would just print on paper, and you would get paper as your output device, and then you would type in and get a response on paper. Like that's not going to be a commercial video.
There was
game
that kickstarted little box that printed out stuff, like a text.
But again, where's the line,
log.
Right? Like, where's the line of what it counts? Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, I would even a few months ago when it was already happening without my knowledge, I would not have said that you could do a Kinect game. And that next Playground, whatever it's called, just went ahead and had been doing it for a year and a half without me knowing.
And it became the 3rd best-selling console of Black Friday.
Yeah, so that's wild. So my first instinct was to say anything that was like Wii native, you'll never see those experiences again. But I don't know now. Maybe you will.
I suspect that every year since they launched, there's been at least one, maybe up to a dozen games made by someone for Wii controllers and Kinect camera. You know what I mean? So again, where's the line, right? Is it like does a student project count as a game? You know what I mean? Like that because I suspect there's many Kinect games that are out there that are just on GitHub or whatever.
Yeah. Kinds of games we'll never see again. It's a tough one because I feel like we're really as an industry, if we can say that we have one industry, which I don't 100% go with. But we are adding more than we're subtracting. We're adding kinds of experiences and making more of them than ever. And so what's not here anymore? I don't know.
Light gun games. I don't know.
No, someone's doing there was a big Kickstarter for a light gun. Again, though, commercially viable, I don't know. But it did very well on the Kickstarter.
Just randomly thought of something and I had to look up to see if it existed at one point. It does. So I'm going to go with boxed retail game based on the 1989 movie All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, God.
I think we've seen the last
I don't
one
think
of
we'll
those.
ever see.
Yeah.
Will we ever see another Don
I just
Bluth
want to prove
game?
that it's real.
Yeah.
Real thing that happened.
Yeah, I believe you. I mean, it's
They put anything on that DOS,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I think that's the answer, you guys. I think.
Have we
Getting
seen
into
the
box
end of the
retail.
Don Bluth game altogether?
No, they're going to continue releasing Dragon's Lair stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We'll
I
eventually
want
get
a
that.
Secret of Nim game, but I guess that's what Mina the Hollower is.
well, I think vibes wise it's a little bit different than
Yeah.
I don't think it's as secretive as Nim might be.
Oh, there's not a Secret of Nim game. That surprises me.
Me too. Well,
Yeah.
There'd be a Commodore 64 game and you
time's
jump
right.
over flowers.
Yeah. Gotta
I think it's
walk
finally
right.
time. We're gonna have to do it.
Yeah. We're long overdue. I'm looking up H.G. Wells. Apparently, he was vocally anti-racist in his time. There was like a year where he was really interested in the idea of eugenics, and then he was like, never mind, that's a bad idea. So
Okay.
that's H.G. Wells seems okay.
All right.
I will give an old-timey sci-fi author 1 year of eugenics interest.
Right. Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
As long
Everybody
as they
did
say
it.
no.
As long as he gets over it. Yeah.
It was the fad back then. It was like
Right.
NFTs.
Right.
If you're living in the 1800s and that's the worst you got,
Right.
it's all right.
Anyway, boxed retail.
Box
game
retail.
based
Boxed
on the
retail,
1989
based
film,
on
All
H.G.
Dogs
Wells.
Go
Dogs
to
Go to
Heaven. That is the answer.
Sure. What's the most satisfying punch you can throw in a video game?
The one in Shatterhand. No, it's
Yeah.
not. But
No.
Shatterhand is a good name.
It is a good name for a good
That's all.
punch.
Most satisfying punch you can throw.
It's not always a punch, but I really get a kick out of the entire game freezing for like a couple frames when you land a really good blow.
Mhm.
Like Zelda, I think is the first game. Maybe Wind Waker was the first time I ever saw that. But that always feels really good
Mhm.
when like you hit so hard that like time hiccup.
Right.
Yeah, it hits I can't remember the first time I saw like a hit stop type thing. It might have been a fighting game. But yeah, that stuff definitely feels good. One that's, I don't know, that others would think that it's satisfying, but I really enjoy in Final Fight when you're playing as Guy and your forearm just wiggles back and forth to do punches.
That's pretty good.
It's like it's kind of unsatisfying in a satisfying way, or satisfying in an unsatisfying way.
That's how I feel about the punch in like Symphony of the Night. When you do it in like an unarmed Alucard run, and you're just like whipping your fist out there. Yeah.
If you hit spam that button a bunch of times,
Yeah.
as I do.
Both of mine, believe it or not, come from Bayonetta. So
Sure.
anytime
believe
you
it.
activate Witch Time feels good. That just
Mhm.
feels good. And then like the final boss, the first Bayonetta, but when you like punch God
Yeah.
back into the sun, that feels really good. And you just like you follow the corpse, and it's like one of those falling puzzle things where you have to hit things on the way down, and I think you get
Yeah.
like high score as the God is punched to the sun. It's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
think as I recall, you need to avoid hitting all the planets, or you have to do it all
Oh
over
yeah, that's
again.
right. Because you punch them through the solar
yeah.
system because you go to
Yeah.
the edge of the soul. That game was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was always upset because I had the Game Gear and I had a version.
I'm sorry, yeah.
I love that little
Game Gear
thing. I
rules.
know
Hey,
you.
we all
The Game Gear.
Everybody
fucking-
loves the
Game Gear.
I
Game
love
Gear.
that shit.
not
Damn
Jaffe,
it.
but the three of us, the real one, all had a Game Gear. So
That's right.
Yeah.
we're all, that's the club.
I didn't own a Game Gear, but I was borrowing that thing every day in summer camp.
Okay, insert credit is
Yeah.
officially a Game
The
Gear
Game Gear.
show.
Sure.
fuck.
Yeah.
I played that Krusty the Clown game on the Game Gear.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Krusty's what is it?
Funhouse.
Krusty's Funhouse. Yeah,
I had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the game.
it's pretty good on Game Gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was always mad because
Was it
most
the movie
satisfying-
one?
Yes, the movie. And
Yeah,
the
that
most
is the best fighting game on Game Gear, by my opinion.
but it wasn't like a faithful adaptation of the movie.
No.
Which is a very dorky thing to say. But what upset me was, in the movie, there's a very satisfying punch where, like, the black girl hits the emergency button and she knees Ivan Ooze in the dick. They don't have that in the Game Gear game, and I was quite upset. Like, that
you were just waiting for that the whole time.
Yeah.
You're like, surely this is going to be in there.
You put it on your Christmas list because you assumed
I wanted to kick somebody in the balls myself because I had never done it, because I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, like, that's another satisfying punch that was not represented in a video game, and it should have been.
I think any, like, you know, just it's more about the reaction to the punch than the punch, I think. So, you know, and any like I said, the sort of time stopping, but, you know, guys going flying because you hit them really hard, or like a really good sound effect. Yeah,
the best reactions to punches are probably in
Mortal Kombat?
No, in Darkstalkers, because everybody's got these over exaggerated, like, motions, and their eyes bug out and their stomachs like distend out through their back. Everyone's a rubber band.
I just meant, like, you hit somebody hard enough, you trigger a toasty. That's all.
Toasty. God Hand's got some good punches and some weak punches. I figured people are going to want us to mention God Hand, so there it is.
You were reminding me, I need to remember this, that I have an email conversation that I accidentally abandoned with the Toasty guy and the stuff that he has kept from his career. So.
Aw.
Yeah.
What did you think Toasty guy was saying the first time you heard him say Toasty?
Marmalade.
I don't know if that's true.
No, I thought he was saying Toasty.
Yeah, Toasty. Yeah.
What did you think he said?
Pretty sure it was Toasty.
I was a pretty avid reader of Electronic Gaming Monthly, and I'm pretty sure they reported on that before I had the opportunity to hear it. So I'm pretty sure I knew exactly.
It just sounded like Toasty to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was saying whoopsie.
No.
Oh.
I can hear that. Yeah.
I can hear that. I don't think you thought that.
No.
Anyway, Game Gear, right?
Yeah. What's the most faithful
great.
Game Gear game to its source material?
Mortal Kombat 2?
Gunstar Heroes.
Gunstar Heroes is amazingly good.
Yeah.
Itself.
Now I have to think about all the the Game Gear games.
Dynamite Heady?
No. I had 2 Sonic
Dynamite
games.
Heady, sure.
I had Power Rangers. I had Echo the Dolphin. And I think I had one other.
Echo Jr.? No, Echo Jr.'s on Genesis, sorry.
Yeah.
I think
Echo's pretty faithful.
Echo's pretty faithful. I think the most of the Sonic games were not.
No.
They're their own thing.
Yeah. The best Sonic game, I famously said on this podcast, the best Sonic game is the Game Gear exclusive Sonic Triple Trouble.
People like that one, but I don't think that's the best Sonic game.
Completely wrong. Like any of the Genesis
can fight about that another day.
The Shining Force games are pretty faithful. They look different, but they're quite faithful in terms of playing them. Sort of Haja.
A lot of conversions that are like fine and faithful. Like if for whatever reason you play Battletoads on the Game Gear, it's like, that's the
NES. It's as good.
It's fine.
Yeah. I guess that's one way of being really faithful if the original material is kind of bad.
And then you think about Sonic 2, the Sonic 2 version of the Game Gear game.
Not faithful.
Yeah.
That was terrible. That one I don't like, but Triple Trouble is...
It's funny, like, go into any retro game store and you will find 5 copies of Sonic 2 for the Game Gear.
Yeah.
That thing was everywhere. Yeah.
So, Ash, given the opportunity, you should revisit Sonic 2, but the Master System version. So Master System and Game Gear are essentially the same system.
That's what I heard.
But the Master System has more screen real estate. And the big problem with Sonic 2 on Game Gear is you just can't see anything.
Right.
And you don't see that boss and that you don't see him. Yeah, it's
you
just
see the heck out of him on the Master System to the point where it's almost too easy.
What you are seeing is the potential of how good the Master System version of the game is. That might be a good thing. That might be a good thing to spend credits on in the future. Like variants of Sonic games.
But I should note that the Game Gear can display more colors than the Master System can, and so that's why sometimes you get a Game Gear game and you look at that and you're like, wow, that really looks good. Like that looks like a 16-bit video game, but it's because of the amount of colors that they're able to slam in there.
So a fun thing on some emulators and on the Mister is that if you play the Game Gear Core, you can tell it to just show the rest of the screen. And on 95% of the games, it's trash outside of the borders, but on some of them, including the Sonic games, you actually do get the extended window if you can put up with some jankiness. So you get the best of both worlds. You get all the colors and the screen state.
I'm ready.
Cool.
To go
I'll
back,
do it.
visit that.
Yeah. Bring back the Game Gear.
I will.
Will you?
I think Sega did that a couple
if
years
given
ago.
the opportunity,
Yeah.
yes.
Are they making new Game Gear games in the same way that they're making games for like old systems?
Yes, they are.
Who's doing that?
There's a couple groups out of Japan. So first of all, M2 made a new Alesta, GG Alesta 3, and I have that. Then Beep has put out a couple games, and there's been a couple other ones. It's not like as rampant as the Genesis or NES type stuff, but yeah, there's been probably a dozen, maybe not quite a dozen. There's probably been 10 Game Gear games in the last 5 years that are new and on cartridge.
That reminds me, I need to play Wrathion.
How is the Game Gear Outrun? I feel like that could be good, but I never tried it.
I don't know.
I don't remember, to be honest. Like I think
I
it.
didn't know there was one.
I
know
think it
Master
would
System
really
Outrun.
Game Gear would really struggle with a super scaler type situation.
Yeah.
Because it can't scale sprites natively, so they'd have to do like what they did with the Master System Space Harrier, where they just redraw the whole screen every time, and so they have all the different like screen configurations, and then they call which one is closest, and so they just stored a bunch of big bitmaps and
sounds like a
called
lot.
those in order to make it. Yeah, it's a very ham-fisted way of doing it, but it worked.
Mhm.
Yuji Naka did that all by
Yeah,
himself.
Yuji Naka did that, exactly. He might have done an Outrun. I don't remember.
I don't either.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care about what Outrun on Game Gear or Master System is like, if it even exists.
I
It's
care a little
fine.
bit. I'm going to check it out later.
Yeah, Brandon, please report back. I am curious.
I'll let you know.
All right. It is our first episode coming out in the new year, which means it's time for us, as is our tradition, to adapt something that has recently entered the public domain into a video game.
Yeah.
This year, I would like you to pitch me the video game adaptation of Betty Boop.
Double B.
I think we should just do a straight up visual novel of Mr. Boop, of the
Yeah.
Mr. Boop
Oh,
comic.
yes. Okay. Okay.
That's
All right,
it.
I like, cause
I like this.
yeah. Okay. Because I just immediately went Cuphead because that's the easiest thing. But okay, I like where that's going.
Yeah.
I
Just
do
make
think
it
that's
absurd.
not okay. That is a better property than Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Is it in the spirit of Jaffe's question? I'm okay.
Yes.
With it. Okay,
I think
okay.
so.
All right.
Well, I don't know if Mr. Boop is in the public domain. And just to say,
Mm,
I don't
That's
fine.
think you
from
can.
that
I don't
guy.
think you can trademark Mr. Boop. That's the whole thing of Mr. Boop.
I could do it.
I mean, his
You
whole
good?
deal is that he is married to the actual, Betty Boop.
Yeah.
That is his whole thing.
The
like,
overarching
yes.
premise of the strip is about copyright law. So,
so it'd be really disingenuous for him to get upset about it now.
right.
Okay, I missed the public domain part. So my understanding is that what enters the public domain is the first
The
appearance or
first
two
Betty
of,
Boop cartoon where she's still kind of a dog face woman.
She's the dog thing. Yeah, she's got dog ears. So
That-
it's still furry Boop.
I was not familiar with this Betty Boop lore.
Yeah.
I know of her because there are popular stories that she was based off a black woman. So the fact that you guys are like, she has a dog face, and I'm like, excuse me?
No,
I
her
face
didn't
is the
realize
same.
That was
you
part
had
of it.
a literal dog.
No, she. So everything's basically the same, Ash, except
Yeah.
she has dog ears.
Right.
So she was a
Okay.
dog. And
Okay.
they just took out her ears and like the fourth cartoon or something like that. So we only have the rights to her character as seen in that first cartoon. So any character traits
Yeah.
from future cartoons we cannot use.
Right.
So she has to have dog ears, which is good because dog ears help you float and glide.
Yes.
So that
I'm
could
putting
be
a
really
picture of
useful.
original Betty Boop in the chat here.
Okay.
Me
all right.
too.
She's
Okay.
got a little bit more of a dog face. She's got that dog nose. She's got those jowls.
Very pug-like.
Yeah.
Very pug-like. Got it. I want something stray, like, since now that she's a dog, something stray-like where she's, just find her way home. I don't know. A 1920s flapper, New York.
When I think
She's
about
just
Betty
lost.
Boop, I think about rotoscoping. Is there a way we can incorporate that into this game?
Yes.
Sure, if you want a very expensive game.
I do.
Okay.
Well, okay, so you want to rotoscope Fleischer style. You basically
Yeah.
are doing Cuphead now.
Yeah.
do
not
want
necessarily
Cuphead.
not necessarily the game design, but the
Right.
like we're going back to the actual animation.
No, she flies around. She has a little gun. There are these like bosses with like these animation cycles you have to go through. There's a very active speedrunning community. Yeah, that's Betty Boop.
Okay.
So what I would want to do is a Parappa the Rapper like, except
Okay.
starring Betty Boop,
Yeah.
and you got a boop boopy doop on the right on the beat for the various things.
I want
The
Betty Boop
dupe
to
of the
teach me how
booper.
to, like, the
Yeah.
Charleston.
That's right.
Like, you know, you've got
Yeah.
the four
And the mu-
directions, and you like learn how to do the Charleston.
The
Yeah.
music,
Oh, that's
the
good,
music
yeah.
for this boop boopy doop game, booper duper can be music of that era.
Yeah, it's all public domain flapper music. Everything that became because
Yeah.
we're like right in the middle of the yeah.
Yeah. Now
So-
you're on the trolley.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we'll say
Well,
things
23
like that,
Skidoo.
and we'll
Yeah,
23 Skidoo.
for sure.
That's the bee's
probably
knees.
The subtitle.
Yeah,
of
That's the
game.
cat's pajamas.
Sure.
I will say that boop boopy doop might not be within the boundaries of what we can use.
Yeah, we
That
might
might
have to
be a
say beep
later-
beep deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's where I'm going with this. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Boop Boop A Doop is 1932.
Okay.
So we're still a
Okay.
couple years away from that.
All right,
Okay.
you know, it's going to take a little while to get funding.
It is
By the
going to
time
take a
we
little
get
while to
there-
make this game. I think by the time it's ready, Boop Boop A Doop will be in the public domain.
I do like the idea of just leaning into the dog part. Like everyone's
Yeah.
expecting boop boopy doop, but we just
Bark
made a game about
bark bark badark.
yeah, bark bark badarp, and you poop on the lawn.
And, like,
Yeah.
she is a
Like the-
grown woman, except for the dog ears, and she like
Right, and she
runs
poops on
on
the lawn.
all.
No,
Yeah.
this sounds
floors.
great.
Sounds terrible.
You throw a stick and she's like, "What was that? I have to go get that." That's for me.
Heavens.
Oh, actually, wait. I like where that's going. Where it's kind of a Pac-Man 2 thing, right? Where like you
The
throw
moment you
sticks.
bring in Pac-Man 2 mechanics, Frank is on board.
yeah, you throw a stick and she reacts, and then poops on the lawn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pooping on the lawn.
Yeah,
Is this
sure.
puppy girl
Poop, poopy doop.
appropriation?
Poop poop a doop. That's it.
Oh,
It's
we'll be
called
right back.
Betty Boop colon poop poop a doop. Yeah.
Squad da da la. We are off.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Well, I
This
think
is
we've
a-
created
Poop.
the perfect best-selling video game, so
Yeah.
there's nothing more to be done.
Exclusively for the Game Gear.
Yes.
Welcome back to Insert Credit. Fa la 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 la. It's time to go to the question hole. This is the part of every episode where I take a question from Insert Credits Patreon, which you can find conveniently at patreon.com/insert credit. How intuitive is that? You go there, give us a couple bucks a month, and you'll get access to this form that lets you submit questions, monthly bonus episodes, and more. You'll just have to go there to find out exactly what
Also
more
more.
entails. You won't be disappointed. This week's question comes from Littleboat, who asks, what is the word of the year in video games? This is for the year 2025, I presume.
Friend slop.
It
It might be.
might be friend slop.
That's not what we want to be true.
Merriam-Webster. You're right. Merriam-Webster, I'm pretty sure, designated slop as the word of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think friend slop caught on this year with like peak and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, that might be
It's
it.
upsetting to me because I make food sometimes that I call meat slop, semi-ironically.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
They-
you have
they took-
ADHD
they-
too.
wait, what does that have to do with ADHD? You need to explain that to me.
ADHD
Let's
has
go.
two specific, I know, very specific modes of eating where you either have like hyper specific, down to the wire, exact specifications, like I need 2 pumps of sugar, et cetera, or you have something that I have affectionately termed flavor slop, where it's just a big bowl of bullshit that tastes good.
Oh, what if it's kind of both because it's like tuned for like caloric and protein needs, but
Yeah.
it is just a big pile of stuff?
Yeah,
Like it's the same every time. It's a meticulously created
exactly.
recipe,
Yep.
but it is a pile of slop, which is why it's called meat slop.
Anyway,
So I feel like
continue.
I did both at the same time.
You
Anyway,
did.
Okay. I want slop back. Slop was a good word. It's gone.
I don't think friend slop or AI slop are bad terms. I understand that people are annoyed with friend slop or whatever because it seems denigrating to what we're, and I get that, and especially when you
stuff that people are having fun with, so it's weird to call it slop. And I understand where it comes from because the games are made faster with less concern about
intensity,
there being bugs and issues and whatever, and kind of working on it as it goes. But a lot of work is put into those, whereas AI slop, there's no effort there. So I understand that. So yeah, it doesn't feel, slop doesn't feel right for friend slop. It's just, it's too bad. You wouldn't want to intentionally be making a game that someone affixes that term to.
Yeah, it seems to just connote, they just made this game to jump on a trend, as opposed to coming from a, genuine place.
I mean,
which is not nice.
We don't have to say cozy. That's a marketing term. I just feel like friend slop has, because of the way it has entered the zeitgeist, it is absolutely a marketing term. And no one would think your game is a bad game because it has been appended with friend
But it has
slop.
a negative word in it, which is weird.
Which I understand.
Yeah.
And
we
I
use
get
the
that,
word
but
slop now the way we used the word core 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
I think 8.
I don't know
about
about
8.
core.
I don't know about core.
I'm not sure. I think this is a little different.
It is different. It's to me, friend slop comes from the same place as meat slop. It's meant to be endearing. And it's just unfortunate that it's in the same year as AI.
Yes. I think, Frank, you and I have the same opinion of it. I understand why it has a negative connotation. I understand if people who make games that have been quote unquote friend slap, they don't like the term, but I don't have any negative connotations with it because it is, because of the way I learned of the term and the games it is attached to, an endearment. I don't think people think friend slap games are bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have an example of bad friend slap games. I guess if you're trawling through the Steam tunnels looking for, whatever new to play, there might be, indie studios trying to capitalize on that trend. But for the most part, when I think of friend slap, I think of the stuff at the top. I think of Peak. I think of Big Walk. I think of Untitled Goose Game. Anything else made by House.
Well, that's something Untitled Goose Game is 100% different.
Sure, fair enough.
There's no friends in Untitled Goose Game. It's single player.
It's co-op.
I guess.
How's it co-op? What are you talking about?
Isn't it co-op? It's not co-op.
No.
Not that I was
Does it
aware
play
of.
with two geese?
No, it's not Untitled Geese Game.
Okay, pardon me.
Yeah.
Neither here nor
Anyway,
there.
definitely not that one.
Definitely not that one.
But yeah, it just it really does have a negative connotation. I just don't like it, but I don't have a better term because that term went ahead and came into existence without my say so. It just went ahead and did it. There's nothing you can do about that.
Friend slap occupies the same space as cozy.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, we had a big thing about cozy too being a lazy
I know, Frank,
marketing term.
The marketing term, yes, but cozy does not have a negative connotation to the word itself.
Yes, I completely understand why we have a hang up on the word friend slap. I just don't agree with it, I guess. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah.
That's nice. Well, it's good. Maybe
What's
a lot
your
of other people
slop?
don't.
What's the video game slop that appeals to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Game Gear, clearly.
Yeah, Gearslop.
Gearslop. No, it's far more appropriate. Military shooter campaign slop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bought that Titanfall
Duty
too,
slop.
Just
you got to talk about that.
Just the other day. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I'll let you know when I do.
Okay.
We'll get a review.
No, I have a lot of games I have to play before the end of the year, unfortunately. So that's not.
You better get on it. There's 3 of them bitches left.
Right. We do have that Game of the Year episode coming up. That's coming up in February.
Slop that I like specifically would be, I really like a lot of the kind of strange, sloppy games for the Famicom and NES that came out of Taiwan. There's a lot of fun slop there. One of my favorites is a platform game based on the Titanic movie that's very janky and sloppy. And
isn't that Titanic too?
Reason. No, it's just called Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 3 different Titanic games for the Famicom. Yeah. So, if you're interested, I'll have to guide you to the correct one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the one that's like a Final Fight style, like a belt scroller.
It's the Taiwanic Titanic.
Yeah. And it's not Titanic with an A. That's yet another one. So.
Oh, God.
For me, it's probably Gearslop,
Yeah.
which from the older era in the like early Japanese computer days, where it was like we're selling this as a hentai game because of reasons. Somebody's autistic like mechanic that they thought of that they're hyper focused on is what happens for the rest of the game, and it's like we came up with this amazing beat 'em up combo system, or we came up with this crazy puzzle game thing,
and we hid it behind a naked lady.
Yeah, so it's like boobs and such as a vehicle for someone to get through their hyper specific mechanic thing that they want.
Yeah,
that sounds fun. That sounds like legitimately interesting.
Yeah,
like serious visionary directors hammering their way through like B-movie porn,
scholarly research.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it's the good stuff.
I like that. All right, this might be a naive question, but are there sports MMOs where everybody is one player, like an 11v11 football game? I've never heard of that, but it has to exist, right?
What?
Where everyone is the same player. What is that?
No, an individual player.
You're like imagine a football game where everyone's one guy on the field. Is that a thing? Has anyone made that?
I think the closest to that is just like existing and persisting is stuff like Second Life, where you can do that, but it's not like
that's not
right. It's not mechanically built for that.
No.
Well, yeah.
Like you might play a really janky soccer, maybe in Second Life.
I think the problem is
that's sock slop. Yeah.
With the games, it's foot slop in the United Kingdom, but the problem with a game like that, and I think why we haven't seen it that much, is because when someone drops out, that's the end. You know, that's it for the game. I've thought about this and like why isn't it a thing? But bad connections, people dropping out. Once you do that, once you have an illegal number of players on the field, it's over. Kind of.
That might be a reason, but I think the actual reason is that look how hard it is to do just one-on-one fighting games. That's one connection, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can do 1 versus 100 shooters, but shooters are fairly easy to do some trickery to make it look smooth. Not everyone is experiencing the exact same thing.
Right, there aren't like ball handoffs in shooters.
Yeah. Like the timing has to be very exact for maybe anything but baseball, right? And so...
And you're not going to get 18 people who want to play a baseball game.
No, dude, you won't. There's not that many people in the world that are interested in baseball. So,
but that's the actual reason. I think
reason for baseball.
Well, sure, yeah, but I mean, I would have to imagine that like Madden and NBA, whatever NBA is now. I don't know. Is it 2K still? What's NBA now? I think it's 2K.
It's 2K.
I have to imagine that they have capped on the number of players they could logistically do, whatever that is. And my guess is like 4. I don't know. That's my guess.
For the esports for the NBA, I know the NBA did it. I think the NFL did it. They used to have sponsored teams that would have like esports arenas in their stadiums. I know this because the Cavaliers had one. I want to say those were 4-man teams, 4 or 5.
I mean, 5 makes sense, though.
Like either between 3 to 5.
It'd be very funny if it was 4 in the basketball
I just
game.
did
We
one
couldn't
less.
quite get that 5th.
Almost there. So in 4v4, is it like 4 guys and then 1 computer control
guy?
guy?
Or is it 4 people total and it's 2v2?
I thought it was 4 people total. Is what I said.
Might be 2v2.
Yeah, 2v2 is understandable. That's like street ball style or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
But I wonder. I assume people have tried to do this.
It's 5-on-5.
Maybe there is
okay.
one. Oh.
Well, there you go, Jaffe. That's the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Esper points out that Rocket League does kind of do this.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So this does exist?
It is
I wouldn't
possible.
say that's I thought we were exclusively talking about real sports. If
that's
we're talking
what I was
about
talking
sports,
about. But as a proof of concept with it like handing off a ball between multiple players, it could work.
It does work. That's what the rematch is
5v5.
from the people who made Sifu. That's a 3v3, I want to say. But it's soccer.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
we did it online with Hyper Gunsport. It's 2v2, but everyone played an individual.
It's possible.
But I thought we were talking about the real stuff.
I certainly was. But as a proof of concept, it can happen. And we've done it with basketball. There we go. Mission accomplished. There are no more worlds to conquer. Disregarding the factor of commercial success, has the process of making a video game gotten easier or harder over time?
Oh, 100% easier. The
Easier.
tools, man. Like, way easier. Are you kidding? Like, in the old days, you had to make your own tools for, like, putting a font in a game. You know? Like,
It's true.
Like, everything's just like, tooled for you now. And that even includes, I mean, like, a really good way of seeing this in a microcosm is looking at homebrew for old systems, because the interest was always there, but as time evolves, tools get better, and that's when the homebrew explodes. And so 1000% easier. Publishing is like, it's kind of nothing now. You just do it. And you said not publishing though, just making, right?
Just making a game.
Yeah, I mean, Jaffe, you could learn enough like Unity or Unreal to make a stupid little mini game like a day. You could just do it. So yeah, like 1000%.
But I can an amusing little anecdote. I was talking to Ed Annunziata at a party. The
have said, yes.
Echo the Dolphin creator.
Yeah.
And I maybe I said
Echo
this
Game
before.
Gear. Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe,
most importantly.
Maybe I said this before, but I was telling him about SGDK, the Sega Genesis development kit, and he was like, "You can do that now." It was like blowing his mind, because I was like, "Yeah, it just like it sorts all the sprites for you. You can just make a big sprite sheet, and it'll cut them out and do all. You can get your animations sorted and stuff. You don't have to do that all yourself." It's like, whoa.
That's
Because back in the day, you had to like figure out how to display everything. Like not exactly like anew every time, because you had institutional knowledge, but there was a lot that was just like, you have to do this, and some people can do it better than others. But the reason that modern homebrew Genesis games generally look very good is because you can just make pixel art and then display it. You don't have to figure that part out. So yeah, the tools have gotten a lot easier.
What's fun about Ed though is that he is he's of the generation that I kind of like am okay with them grafting onto trash technology. Like, he was really into NFT as a technology for games.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's into AI right now, but it's
get 1 year where you get to be really into NFTs. It's H.G. Wells rules.
Yeah, and I think he had about a year, and he's pushing it really hard. But he's also like trying to get work, so I think he was like, "Look, I'm current.
I'm relevant."
Right,
but he doesn't keep up on cool stuff like Sega Genesis homebrew tools.
It would be so incredible if like Brandon told him about that, and then he rushed back home to make a new Echo the Dolphin.
It wouldn't surprise me, because he's been trying to do like new Echo stuff for a long time. He's trying to like kind of play to the hits that people think of him for. And there was the failed Kickstarter for a Echo-less Dolphin game by him. He got in the same way as NFTs, like he was convinced that like the Amico was a thing, so his Dolphin game was like announced for the Amico.
Jeez.
But that said, I actually do wonder if this sort of small cartridge industry might be a good home for someone like him. I think that could be really interesting.
I think it would be. That's why I was telling him about it and trying to be like, dude, you
can do it. It's a lot easier now.
He's busy right now, but he's like, you got to email me about that. I saw him later at a party in Tokyo, and he was like, you gotta send me that info again. I gotta check that out.
That rules.
he was excited about it, but he was like, but you can't do 20 sprites on the same line. I bet there's no way you can do that. It's impossible.
Is that possible?
On the same horizontal line? I don't know. He said that was like a hardware limitation. You could never surpass it. But there's this guy out there. I'm
sure it is, but like you can make it flicker or something.
Right. There's this guy out there who's displaying like 100 sprites simultaneously alongside scaling and stuff and just all this crazy nonsense and more colors than the Genesis is supposed to do. People are pushing those boundaries, and all because the tools make it easier too.
Mm-hmm.
Are they easier now than they were like 5 years ago with the like inshitification of just general software?
I think so. Yeah, I
think so. Even with all the stupid nonsense, I think so.
Your core audience of people.
Blender's getting better.
Yeah.
There's more things. There's more people doing it, so there's more people to help you.
That's exactly it. There's more resources now than there were 5 years ago. There's more Discords to get on where there's friendly people who will just help you. It's maybe not as open web easy as it was 5 years ago, but I think most of the stuff from 5 years ago is still online. But, at this point, I think it's really simple to join a community for your specific thing and have help available to you.
All right. Good episode, everybody. I think we covered some good material here. It's time for us to go to the lightning round. We're playing one of my favorite games this week. We're playing GameFAQ&As. This is the game. Ash is visibly relieved that I didn't say something else. What did you think I was going to say? What were you dreading?
You think it was going to be years again? Dates?
The last lightning round games have been particularly hostile to me, so I was afraid.
No, this is a fun one. I'm not torturing you this time. We'll see about next week. Next week, I think we're doing Mr. Bones. Actually,
I think we're supposed to
do
that.
Schedule. Yeah,
Mr. Bones.
We all got to play Mr. Bones. Yeah.
Right.
So this week, we're playing a game where, if you go over to the website GameFAQs, which still exists and is still operating, God bless them. Every single video game has its own dedicated message board where you can ask questions and have the community answer them about that game. There's a little headline that's always the form of a question, and then there's a body of text you could put under that, but I never read that body of text. I only read the question. And we are going to answer those questions to resolve everything everyone wants to know about a particular game. This week's game is Baldur's Gate 3. Our first question is, what happens if you don't see a certain scene?
You don't get the ending. I don't know.
What
happens if you
don't
miss
see
it?
a certain scene?
You die in real life.
Yeah, you got to see everything.
Yeah.
If you don't see a certain scene, you turn to the person next to you and say, "What did they just say? Who is that guy?" And then you say, "What did he say when I said what did he say?"
Full on Uncle Howie mode.
Yeah, don't play Baldur's Gate next to your mom for a lot of reasons, but that's one of them.
Yeah. What triggers Gortash to retreat upstairs?
He saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Traumatizing.
I was just gonna say, show him a picture of his mom, something. So we're
We're all on the same page
there.
here.
Yeah.
Something about his mom. We all know Gortash's mom issues.
I don't know who that is.
How do I move the scuffed rock?
Get stronger.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What did you try?
You're not lifting enough.
You can find out whatever scuffed it and ask him.
And he'll be moved
ask
by
him,
your...
why couldn't you move it? Why did your movement attempt result in a scuff and not a movement? And then it starts a quest chain. Yeah.
Maybe you want to move it emotionally. Maybe I can feel that you were hurt by what scuffed you, and I can relate.
Show it a
to
picture
you.
of its mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Next question. Is everyone officially dead?
So this is the Final Fantasy VIII theory of everyone is dead.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't like it then. I don't think we like it now.
Yeah.
No.
It was a ridiculous theory. Just get out of here.
No, like
how much has Phil talked your head off about that theory? Right.
Oh, I don't let him talk to me about Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's terrible. That's why he was so excited to talk to me about Final Fantasy
You mentioned Quistis to me one more time, you're fired.
And just I have to say it depends on who you ask. If you ask Ken from Fist of the North Star, then you get a different answer.
He'll tell you you're already dead. Yeah,
that's right.
That makes sense. Question 5: how do I class mix?
Class mix.
What you do
at the beginning of the semester, you actually can choose whatever classes you want. Like you can't respec your classes though during the semester. It has to be at the start.
Definitive answer. You as a poor kid get into Oxford and then find the frat house. Do they do that over there? I don't know. Find the frat manor that has like the hottest boys and then camp out until you marry one of them, and that's how you class mix.
I was just gonna say get some nice clothes and go to a fancy party. That's
get your MRS degree, as my Zadie used to say. Next question is, why is Asteria nauseated?
Saw a picture of his mom.
Well, I didn't realize what you were saying, so I thought you said hysteria. And I thought, I was going to make a hysterectomy joke until I realized that you're saying Asterian.
Yeah.
So I was lost there for a minute.
Asterian.
No, it's okay.
Why is Asterian nauseated? And he saw a picture of his mom.
Yeah. Aw, that makes me sad.
Ash knows things about Asterian's mom.
Yeah. I don't know anything about his mom. I haven't read that fic yet.
Watch this space. Question 7. Why did I lose my boat?
Your boat?
Yeah. Why did I lose my boat?
You didn't tie it down.
Yeah, you're absent-minded. You were distracted. You really should have taken care of that.
Yeah, spend too much time looking at pictures of your mom.
Dude, where's
you know
my
how much
boat?
a boat costs?
Yeah.
Come on.
You think they just hand those out? You got to get the Wind Waker.
Right.
Imagine if they had made a sequel to Dude, Where's My Car, and they just changed the vehicle to boat.
That is what they did for Speed 2, Brandon.
Yeah,
I know.
They did.
It was the boat that couldn't slow down or whatever.
I loved that movie, by the way. And I had a weird crush on Willem Dafoe, who was the villain in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like monsters. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Willem Dafoe does fall into that category. Yes, he's a goblin.
The Grinch
Goblin's
is not
a
a
monster.
monster. But Willem Dafoe is
exactly.
terrible.
Yes, the Grinch, not a monster. Willem Dafoe, absolutely a monster.
I just watched that Grinch movie for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting movie to watch when you know that Jim Carrey was suffocating the entire time under his makeup and basically couldn't breathe and was thinking, do it for the kids, do it for the kids.
Yeah. Now, hypothetically, if Willem Dafoe played the Grinch, would he be a monster, or would the Grinch just cancel the monsterness out?
No, he'd be a monster playing a Grinch.
Yes, that's true. He'd be a monster under the... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He'd be a monster for the Willem Dafoe factor, not for the Grinch factor. Okay.
Also,
we're breaking ground here.
Wizard of Oz as well. Watch, just understanding that everyone's suffering. And
and final question: how to pursue the hag?
Pursue what?
I mean,
the hag.
I actually did play enough to know the hag.
Just be nice to her.
Yeah.
Just be nice to her. That's all it takes. Just be.
And I think you have to kill all your friends.
Yeah.
Be a nice person. Be a nice person.
To her. Kill all of your friends.
Invite her out to a nice night out.
At a gingerbread house.
She probably doesn't get a whole lot of that. People just treating her like a nice person. So
yeah,
I think that would work.
You should do it in chapter 1 though, because it might be too late. You wait.
Okay, that is our lightning round. I'm tallying up all the points this episode, and I think I am going to give this one to Brandon. Brandon, congratulations.
Nice.
You're at 6 credits. Ash, you're at 5. Frank, you're at 9. All of you just sitting on a real hoard over here. Next week, we're playing Mr. Bones. The week after that, we are going to reopen the subject of the greatest video game of all time. So watch out for that. Who's got something to recommend to our listeners?
So those watching the video might think I've occasionally been smoking a cigarette or something because this is actually peppermint candy.
I assumed that's what it was.
I like a peppermint
because it's still Christmas time over here, 29th. Christmas until at least the 5th of January, which is when I return to work.
It's Christmas at least until the 6th if you go by the old school.
Sure. But my recommendation specifically is if you want a good peppermint, this brand is called King Leo. I've been enjoying it. And apparently they've been around since 1901 or something.
Ooh.
So this might be some old school peppermint. I don't know, but it actually tastes good. And it's not too sweet and not too minty. It's just kind of a nice balance. And it's the kind of texture that's kind of like those, not quite the dinner mints that crumble and into dust when you bite them at a restaurant, but something in between that and a traditional peppermint. Really, when you bite it, it's not hard, but it's also not immediately dust. It's a nice in between. King Leo peppermint.
When you talked about how long they've been doing it, it reminded my mom she bought some honey in Florida, and she was like, "It's from a 7th generation farm." And I was like, 7th generation farm in Florida. I don't know if that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Some of those generations.
No,
not
you
the
get
best.
One generation in Florida, and then you have to go.
I bought this can of King Leo, by the way, at the Dickens Fair 5-6 years ago, something like that. Still,
Oh, wow.
I forget about it until December. But the Dickens Fair is like, it's a Bay Area thing. It's Ren Fair, but Christmas people.
Oh,
it's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
I actually went for the first time
Oh, good for you.
Yep.
What, was that this year?
this year.
All right. You want to give a trip report as part of our free
Sure.
time here?
Well, it was the Ren Fair, but with Christmas people.
Yep, that's it.
But literally, because I found out
Yeah.
that it's run by the people who started the Ren Fair, and it is a lot of the same like stands and stuff. But it's cool because they take over the Cow Palace, which is a big place in San Jose. Sorry, not San Jose, South San Francisco. That has it's just a big hangar essentially.
And it becomes a Dickensian village.
They
just
build
so
up a
people
little
can-
village in there, and they got people LARPing all over the place. They got little actors going through and like purse snatchers and stuff that are like pretend.
Yeah.
And they don't snatch your
Jealous.
purse. They snatch actor purses.
God.
And there's a lot of little things. There's games and food and you can buy really expensive pewter vessels or weird masks and whatever kind of Ren Fair stuff you want to get. A lot of bustles, a lot of
lot of live music as well.
No live
Whatever
music.
happened to Peter?
There's like a size limit on how big your hoops can be on your skirt.
Yeah.
they gotta rein it in.
Yeah,
one of
you're
the best
Bay Area.
parts.
That's them cosplayers. Yep, they'll
Yeah.
fuck you up.
There's like a really crappy train ride that we were really excited about. It's at the entrance before you even get in there, and it's just like a loop, and it's a tiny little train that you sit on, and it is a steam train. And they have
Is this
like
outside or?
it's like right
inside?
before you get into the ticketing.
This is
Maybe it wasn't
new.
there when you saw
This
it.
is new. Yeah. Okay.
And
I
they have
haven't
like
been in a few years.
crappy cardboard standees of,
Yeah.
of scenes that you go by,
Aw.
Yeah.
and it's just like so janky. It was probably my favorite part.
I'm really jealous because I wanted to go to a Ren Fair this year, and I was so excited because we were finally going to go, and I bought an outfit and everything. And let me tell you, like Ash in like just basic tavern wench gear, it's just like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to look like. Like this is I was meant to be like an elfin tavern wench.
Mhm.
Like that's what I was born too late. But we didn't get to go because I had my surgery and the recovery was too long, and it was like throughout all of
Well,
Ren
next
Fair
year.
season.
Next
yeah,
year.
next year.
Yeah, it like Dickens Fair. If you want to know where all of the nerds and lesbians are during the weeks when that's going on, that's where they are. They're just all there. A lot of ladies in big dresses holding hands
Aw.
in that space. It's very nice. Anyway, my recommendations. If you like looking at Dolph Lundgren, you could do worse than the movie Dark Angel, aka I Come in Peace. The movie itself is fine, but it's prime looking at Dolph Lundgren material. So
Is that something you like to do?
I mean, who doesn't? It's a good looking fella.
Is that the one who was married to Grace Jones?
They dated.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. So
Yes.
yes, that was her.
It is. Yeah, that's Dolph.
That's Dolph.
Not
The
the
movie's
other
the
guy.
movie's pretty okay. It's like a buddy cop film about drugs aliens. Which is a weird premise, but that's exactly what it is. Anyway, I'm also going to recommend Cat-Eyed Boy, the manga by Kazuo Umez. The Viz did an anthology or several anthologies of that, and it's a neat. It's like one of the early horror manga, and it's very readable today. And it's a neat, weird premise where there's basically the Cat-Eyed Boy is pretty much nice, but also kind of sociopathic character who just observes horrific happenings and intervenes to try to improve those horrific happenings and is always blamed for them. But he always comes out unscathed and unbothered because of his nature. So it's from like the 50s, 60s. So it's a cool vintage thing to check out if you want to know where all the current folks got not their ideas from, got their initial point of inspiration for doing horror manga. So check it out. That's what I have for this.
I have a couple of recommendations. The first one is, I probably can tell in my voice, I've been sick, which means I revert to dadcore I just lay on the couch and watch dad movies. One of those dad movies I discovered was essentially
Dad slop.
Yeah, Dad Slop.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it, damn it.
Master and Commander, but less gay and with Tom Hanks and in World War II. If you Master and Commander girlies know. It's called Greyhound. It's on Apple TV Plus. It's actually really good. It came out in 2020. I had not heard of this. Like, what do you mean Tom Hanks was in a World War II movie with like the production values of an Apple TV Plus production? Excuse me? I was raised on this. It's actually really good. It's really about a convoy escorting like merchant ships across the Atlantic during World War II, and they have to like fight German U-boats, and it's pretty thrilling. Another one, this is just an excuse for me to talk about my Roman Empire, which is the Roman Empire. I don't know if I've recommended this on the show before, but in case I haven't, there's a BBC production called I, Claudius, which is basically... Yeah, it's a really good show. I just decided to watch it, and there's a really funny. It's like really funny. It's really well acted because it's the BBC, so you've got a bunch of like classically trained stage actors doing shit. Like Brian Blessed is in it. There's a really funny scene in like the first or second episode where don't know if you know about Augustus, the first emperor. Like he was kind of an asshole and tried to like enact morality laws, like you should get married, you young people, and you are not allowed to have an affair, unknowing that his daughter is the biggest slut in Rome. And there's this scene where he's like been confronted with the fact that his daughter is like a ginormous lady about town by just panning over like a room of all of her lovers, just dead silence. You just see the back of all of their heads while Augustus is going at him from the other. It's just perfect comedy. It's really good. It's a lot of fun.
So in my head, the Jurassic Park song playing. Like,
it would have been fitting. It's very funny in a way, and it was like, I don't know, oddly feminist. There's a funny scene later in the show where first of all of the women actors are great. There's like this evil stepmother type Augustus's wife, Livia. She's a fantastic actress. I wish I knew what her name was off the top of my head. She's great. Love her. All of the women are like evil or weird, but they're not like bad. I don't feel like they're set up as bad people, even though they're absolutely being set up as like bad people. Like this woman, Livia, is like poisoning everyone, including her own kids. But I don't know. It's really fun to watch this thing from the 70s where these women have these very powerful roles in very subversive ways. So give it a look.
I have 3 specific recommendations for each of you before going into my usual recommendations. Ash, I want to recommend the podcast I, Claudius to you. It's a really fun I, Claudius recap show by John Hodgman and Elliot Kalin.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it's really good. Brandon, I just watched Pluribus. I think you would really, really like Pluribus. This is like, I think, Vince Gilligan's best work, and it does things that I think you specifically enjoy about like weird sci-fi media.
Yeah, I should check it out. I've been meaning to. In fact, like Apple TV had a 3 months for $2.99 deal a little while ago.
It's a good
bargain. I did it and forgot about it, and it was like a month ago. So I'm running low on time. So I gotta
I watched all of it in 2 days. So
yeah,
I couldn't stop once I started.
Right.
Just to put you on game, if you and Christina are people that watch like Top Chef and stuff, I don't know if you are, but Peacock and Apple TV Plus have like a bundle going on. So if you want to avail yourself.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Frank, I want to recommend an out-of-print comic book to you, the 1991 Ragman series by Keith Giffen and Robert Lauren Fleming and Pat Broderick.
So Ambush Bug Bros. Yeah.
Yeah, they did this great 8-issue series about like the most Jewish superhero. And it's like, it's not a funny comic. It's a super serious comic about a Vietnam veteran who's the son of a Holocaust survivor. And it's all set in Gotham City. And it's really legitimately cool.
Wait. It's a serious comic by the Ambush Bug guy.
Yes. And it's great.
Did they do the same sort of like almost Marvel method way of doing it, where the artist just drew whatever he wanted and the writer had to figure it out, or did they? Like,
it's
that's
kind of
actually
like
how they did Ambush Bug. He just drew
Yeah,
whatever he wanted,
right.
and then the
That
writer
is-
was
that-
like, I have to write something?
that is
Yeah.
very much Keith Giffen kind of did the overarching plot and the art breakdowns, and then
Yeah.
Robert Fleming had to actually make it a good story, and Pat Broderick had to make it look really good.
Okay,
And
so they actually did it the same way, and it's serious
Yeah, exactly.
and it's good.
And it's just a
Wow,
completely
okay.
different tone.
Yes, I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you would love this.
Esper pitched it in host chat as Jewish Spawn, which immediately sold me.
It is Jewish Spawn.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that turns me all 180 degrees the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do not need any kind of modifier on Spawn. Is no thanks.
Oh, man. I don't like Spawn, but I like this.
Okay, does it do the thing that all Gotham City things should do, which is that Batman's in the background like twice?
Batman does not show up until the last issue.
Okay,
And
that's
everyone
perfect. That's it.
exactly.
That's all I want.
I
Yeah,
won't
good.
even spoil what happens,
Yeah,
but Batman's
great.
not in it until the very, very end.
Yeah.
It's terrific. I love it. I have recommendations for everybody else. You could take those if you like, but here's the ones I have for you specifically listening to this right now. If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a review. Listen to watch a couple episodes in a row on YouTube. How about that? That helps the algorithm if you're like watching multiple insert credits in a row. So you could do that on youtube.com/insert-credit-show if you're not doing that already. You could keep us going with your patronage at patreon.com/insert-credit. If you'd like to sponsor our show with an advertisement or personal message, or give us a buzzer, you can email me at show@insertcredit.com. You could join our community at forums.insertcredit.com. You could buy Demon School. You could check out the Video Game History Foundation, where they just put up this great video about the history of the NES. And just be very nice to Ash Parrish. She deserves it. Don't bother her, but like tell her how much you appreciate her. This episode is edited by Esper Quinn with music by the one and only Kurt Feldman. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Spaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And your game has now been saved. Yeah.
All right.
Great
I
episode.
think that was a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was a good old classic insert credit. Okay, we're doing Mr. Bones next week. Everybody get ready to bone it up.
Head down to the Bone Zone.